morning. At the top tonight, new COVID numbers and data showing how the virus's impact in the coastal bend are expected to be released tomorrow by the local COVID task force.
Rudy Trevino spoke with Texas A&M's Dr. Chris Bird for a preview of the numbers and what, if any, improvement they show. The findings make up our top story tonight.
It's looking slightly more bright, the outlook, than it was last week.
As head of the Coastal Bend COVID-19 task force, Dr. Chris Bird has been monitoring and crunching the numbers since the beginning of the pandemic. Friday's report will, for the first time, show a glimmer of hope.
Our both upper and lower estimates of the transmission rate are below 1, so that indicates that COVID is in decline right now in the Coastal Bend region.
Our hospitals are also staying below the high occupancy threshold. The doctor adding they don't see in the near future any rollbacks of business capacity. But the downward trend in cases is also the case across the state. Dr. Bird says the numbers, while positive with a slight dip downward, does not reflect what could happen in the coming weeks. Another point Dr. Bird shared was the lack of information on the variant strains being reported in other areas of the nation.
Just because we're not hearing reports of it being here doesn't mean that it's not here. We're not looking for it hard enough to be able to report when there's more or less. Basically, Dr. Fauci said it's here in the United States. It's here.
He also touched on the so-called herd immunity. There are, he says, indications that it is happening.
We're pretty certain it's somewhere between 12 and say 50%.
Well, we're getting there. That's a good thing.
Yeah, well, we want to get there by vaccination. Most of this we got there by people getting infected.
That's why experts remind us this is no time to let our guard down. 3 News will cover and report on Friday's task force meeting for the latest update. Rudy Trevino, 3 News.